Ah, there's nothing like some ballistae to the face first thing in the morning. The RDI are charging our Roman lines in their beautiful formation off in the distance there, and getting absolutely blatted by our siege equipment. Yes, we do have some ballistae, as well as a scorpion. I have learned that scorpions are actually really, really good. I never use scorpions and Polybus, but holy crap, they're amazing. So anyways, yeah, we've got our lovely Roman army over here in a pseudo triplex axis formation. I did have our velites out front, but I have pulled them away just because there's so much happening, and I decided to pull them back and utilize them for attacking some of these other units, especially like the general right there. Those what are those? Illyrian Corsairs. But for the most part, this should not be too difficult of a battle. Cavalry charge over here on the flank, running in. Now, if you're interested in how I'm actually just watching it and not doing anything, I do play the battle, I save the replay, and then we watch the replay together. I find that a lot more fun, because then I can go down and actually, like, just watch the battle happen. Oh, here comes our first charge into the Hastati. Oh, and there goes my FPS. Oh, those flaming arrows. Lots of routing already occurring on across the battle lines there. Meanwhile, our cavalry are chasing down a few routing... I don't know what those were. What were those? Oh, some routing infantry, some very light infantry and javelin men. Meanwhile, we are bringing up those Taurini assault infantry. We're going to use them to flank around on these Illyrian footmen that are attacking our Hastati Samnitiki from the flank. Cavalry is peeling off to try to chase down, and there's some reinforcements coming in from the back, but again, yeah, I'm not really worried about those reinforcements. It's just a garrison tribes folk. They've got a few Illyrian noble spearmen, but for the most part, they are not going to be an issue. You can see the bolts from our Polybos going in. And at some point, we will have some... Oh, I hear them. Oh, there they go. Oh, bam! Oh, I love ballistae. They are so much fun. Terrific battle formations and stuff. Now, I should be rotating my Hastati back a little bit. They were getting a little tired, a little beaten up. So I should be moving them back, but I decided not to. We are bringing over our velites to start doing, preparing for this attack by the reinforcements right there. So we're going to swing them around the edge and use them to do some flanking javelins. Meanwhile, the rest of the army is just having a field day. Take a look right here. Our Scorpio, fixed Scorpio, already has 113 kills. This ballistae has 84. This ballistae has 128. So really, really nice kills. Our Sardinian archers in the back, firing a gorgeous volley right into that. Oh, you know that's gotta hurt. And again, not moving we're not chasing anything down with our infantry. Infantry stays in formation. Rome really, really likes it staying in its formations. So that's what we're staying with. Really, I think this Hastati Samnitiki right there took the biggest brunt of it. They kind of got surrounded for a few. But they did alright. But for the most part, we are just using our cavalry to chase down all of those routing units. That's really historical as well. You know, infantry would clash. You had your main battle lines, and your infantry would clash on those main battle lines. And after a little bit of time, once it was really obvious which side was going to win, they would start routing. You know, ancient battles were not meat grinders. They were some charges, some flanking maneuvers, maybe a few ambush tactics, and whoever had the better infantry to hold up to sustained assault would kind of win that engagement. And then as as infantry started routing, and as light skirmishers would start routing and running away when they ran out of ammunition, you would have the cavalry there to chase down all of that. And we are, okay, yeah, cavalry is moving around to this flank. We've got several units over on this flank. I decide to come around this way. Honestly, I probably should have stayed right here, because this is a nice big old blob of very light spear infantry, these Illyrian militia. They have, like, basically no armor. They have really bad morale.
Riders, advance!
Get a nice big overview right here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Principes are moving up to relieve some of those Hastati. Some of those Hastati are routing. They decided to break due to army losses, or not army losses, but rather due to unit losses. They took quite the beating. They're down to 150. These guys right here, these Hastati Semnitiki, are down to 160. Now these are our wings over here, by the way. So the Roman citizens from the Hastati through the Triari would take up the center, and the wings, or the alae, would be on the sides. So every Roman army had an extra legion of allied Socii troops, and those would, each one would take up a right and a left wing. So that's kind of what I've done here. We've got 2 Hastati Semnitiki in the front, 2 Principes Semnitiki in the back, and a Petites Extraordinarii. I don't have, you know, the full exact matching numbers for some of these, but this right here works. You know, we got 4 Hastati, 4 Hastati Semnitiki, 4 Principes, 4 Principes Semnitiki, and so on. So they really liked attacking those wings, and I think our guys did. Yeah, they will come back. Yeah, there they go. Now they're just wavering and chilling out. Other than that, the RDI have not the RDI. No, these aren't the RDI. These are the Delminium people, the Delmate. Yeah. Anyways, their army is gone and shattered, and that is that. All right, that was a lovely first battle right there. Okay, so we only took about 357 losses, and we have defeated the majority of the garrison army and their army right there. Now, you might be wondering, hey, wait a minute, these aren't the same people we attacked, and we were attacking the city. And you're right, and I'll explain that here in just a second.
You have further orders?
So, as many of you know that are veterans of this channel, I love to restart, and I love to mess around with my game and mod stuff to no end. Well, I came across a couple of mods while I was looking for... What was I looking for? I was looking for something. I forgot what I was looking for, honestly. There was something I was looking for to tweak something in the game I wasn't really happy with, and I came across a mod that's actually been around since 2022, and it only has, like, less than 200 subscribers. But it's really good. It's like, it's one of those just hidden gem type mods. It's called DEI 229 BC Paced Campaign. What it does is it actually starts you in 229 BC instead of 278. And it also starts you with all of Italy, like from Meridium all the way down to Terrace. It starts you with Panormus and Akragas, and it starts you with Keralis and Eulalia. So it starts you after the First Punic War, after the Mercenary Wars, and it actually starts you in the middle of the Illyricum, the Illyrian War. You actually start at war with Epidamnos, who the mod author has modified to actually be led by Queen Tuta, I believe her name was. She was a queen of Illyria that kind of rose up against Rome and everything. It was a whole big thing. So you start at war with them. Now, the mod makes so many changes. I can't even go into them all. It does many, many wonderful things. If you're interested in that mod and the second mod I'm about to talk about, my updated mod list is down below in the description, and you can see everything that it does. Now, I have made some personal tweaks to it as well, of course, because I have. The mod does do 2 times research and build speeds. So, like, this trading port right here would actually take 20 turns instead of 10. This research right here normally takes 8 turns. It would take 16. So I don't really like the double research and build times, so I did remove that. I removed some unit balance changes that it does. I wasn't a big fan of the balance changes for units that he did, especially when it comes to naval stuff. It made naval battles way more of a chore than I really feel like dealing with. He made a few alterations that I was like, don't know how I feel about that. So I did make some changes on my own, just to kind of put it back into a spot where I was like, okay, I'm cool with this. But other than that, overall the mod is really, really good. The second mod that I got, which is actually recommended by him, is a mod called Profundis. Now, Profundis also does many, many wonderful things. It is also a compilation mod that adds in a lot of really popular script mods, such as Events Roulette. Oh, Events Roulette. Sorry, mispronounced that. It's super early right now and I haven't even had coffee. The Events Roulette mod, Cultural Tensions, Diplomacy Need. Okay, this is one I actually removed. It does add in diplomacy. You can't initiate diplomacy with someone unless you have a dignitary or general in their territory. I did disable that because I found that very tedious and aggravating to deal with. But again, Profundis is the other mod. It's been out. It hadn't been out for too long, honestly, but it's also really, really good. Now, one of the big things. Oh, this is why I found it. One of the big things it does is it overhauls how the food buildings function. If you remember, food buildings in DEI and stuff, and that might be base game, I don't remember. Tons of negative public order. I mean, absolute tons of negative public order. It's absolutely absurd how much negative public order you get from farms and farms and like the fishmongers and stuff like that. It's just obscene is what it comes down to. It's absolutely obscene how much negative public order a lot of that stuff gives. So this is episode 3 for you guys. I was actually up to episode 9 in terms of recording, like 120 turns in. And I had done a lot, but I was finding myself getting more and more aggravated by trying to manage the public order. Syracuse, or not Syracuse, but Sicily down here was a food generating province, and I was having to build the, what are they called? The Groves of Nymphs, this building right here, basically everywhere in order to have public order, because it was awful. So the rebalance that he's done moves it more into squalor. Squalor becomes a lot more difficult to manage and everything else. There is still public order issues, and as you advance through your imperiums and stuff like that, you get more and more public order issues. So it's a little more gradual instead of, okay, let me have a food province and now everything has gone to crap. So really good balance changes. I really like it. It feels a little more smooth to me, a little more planned out. So again, those two mods, DEI Paced Campaign and Profundis, are what I'm using now. It also took down my mod load order from like 28 mods to like 14. Being able to get rid of a lot of different mods in the background I was using. So that's kind of where we're at. In terms of like, where we're at with the campaign, we're at the same spot. We are at war with Delminium. We are getting ready to take that. Eodair did not join Delminium in the war against us, but that's okay because we'll declare war on them as well. So we've got Legio II Dialis up here by Erminium. They're out patrolling right now because the Events Roulette mod has some really nasty events that can happen. I've got this one right here going because I have so much trade. Right now I'm getting plus 15 banditry and minus 8 public order per turn. Really, really rough. So I do have an army over here. I have this army over here patrolling to reduce the banditry. I had this one down here doing banditry, but I had to stick him into the settlement to deal with public order until this is, well, it shows it up here, until this is gone. I don't remember how long it's going to take for it to go away, but it needs to go away. It's awful. So yeah, that's our army situation. We have a full stack over here, and we've got our stack over here, and we've got just a small kind of garrisoning force down here, Legio 1 Aloda, or however you say that word. I do not know. But I've got them down there just kind of chilling out and watching over everything. You see, if I take him out, it goes to -12. Yeah, it's rough. It's very rough. We do have Classis 1 Italica down here. They've taken a little bit of damage. Carthage, we are at war with them, of course, and they did send an army up here to attack me. So I took that out. And we're just kind of doing my normal thing where I keep an eye on what Carthage is doing. We also have Classis 4 down here. He's just looking for some targets of opportunity. I think I've only got one more fleet right now. Yeah, I've got Classis 2 Marcia right there, and I felt like I had another fleet somewhere, but I don't remember where he might be at. Do I not have another fleet? No, okay, no, that's right. I only have 3 fleets. Duh. 4 armies, 3 fleets. So that is where we stand right now in terms of the game and the campaign. Pretty happy with how it's going already so far. And we are pretty much ready to take Delminium. I can easily auto-resolve this since we wiped out their army. I'm not worried about that. Let's go ahead and protective stance that. Alright, and we have gained the settlement of Alalia, and Dalmate have been removed from the game.
We hunger for battle.
Oh, I can upgrade these guys with some weapons. One thing I have done is I did remove, and I'm trying to find a place where I can show you that, but I think I've taken them all out. I can show you right here. I have removed Mark Sum's Realistic Legions. That was the mod that will allow you to recruit the actual legions from the Roman Empire, the Marian and Imperial legions. With their proper heraldry and, or whatever they call the signifiers and stuff, and the proper like shield patterns and all. I did remove that mod. It's an amazing mod. I have no problem with it whatsoever. It just kind of started to bloat everything a little bit, and I was having to think ahead to, okay, I can recruit these 3 legions in this province, so I need to set up this province to be able to recruit stuff out of. I can recruit these legions from this province, and I can recruit this legion from this. It was starting to get a little micromanaging, having to decide, so I decided to remove it. It is an amazing mod. Do check it out, though, if you want to play with it. Of course, I was using the AOR version, just because if you don't use the AOR submod for Mark Sum's Legion, DEI Legions, or Realistic Legions, you can recruit them all from like a barracks, and it makes this window right here absolutely a nightmare, and you can't see anything on it because it's filled up with like 90 different units, and it's kind of crazy. So I do recommend the AOR submod for the Realistic Legions that lets you recruit them in their semi-historical provinces. But just for my gameplay purposes, I decided to take it out. Alright, so anyways, enough babbling from me. Let's get over to Illyricum and let's get this place worked up. I am going to put a Roman barracks over here, though, just because this is a frontier province. Let's get him moved to an allied state. And this is going to be an industrial province. So I want to swap this over to Brickmaker. I did build a workshop here specifically for being able to recruit some Ballistae and Scorpions for this army. I am done with that now, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Not going to upgrade any of this right here just yet. I'm not ready to take that public order hit. Same thing with the docks. I'm not going to be upgrading that just yet. Don't want to take that public order hit. And we're going to go ahead and declare war on the Deorsi.
You are welcome. Although my ancestors...
And I need to see if I can get on with some of these guys.
You are welcome. Although my ancestors and people expect talk with purpose.
Okay. Got on with them. They just have a cultural aversion. They are at war with these guys over
A
here.
flapping tongue that speaks without wisdom
Doesn't
is not
really like me,
welcome.
though.
Be like a spear.
The thing with the Tribali is they typically get taken out. The Tribali tend to get taken out by the Odrysian kingdom. And this army is going to kind of stay over here for just a few, so I'm just going to leave him right there where he's at for right now. But at least we got Singadun kind of on side right there, so good with that.
Fleet all to the wars. Commander,
Legio 2 is going to stay right there because we're going to get ready to head a different direction with them here shortly. Other than that, let's just take a quick look at our faction and politics. Now, I have swapped over with this new iteration, and I've swapped over to Gens Cornelia instead of Gens Julii, which I normally play. Decided to play the Cornelia family. We started with Gnaeus Cornelius Scipio Asina. We did give him a wife and everything, and they've already had 2 children. We have a couple of other nobles over here. I cannot adopt her yet because she started out like really good, honestly, on the on her figures right here. She's like already. I think she already had like 4 authority. I should have adopted her first, but I didn't. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to give my brother here a wife. I don't want a lot of extra kids. I mostly want the children in the family to be my children, and that's it. Now, of course, I will have children coming from, like, Poncho right here, because I will marry her off to another family to secure some loyalty. But other than that, we are not going to marry off anybody that we adopt into the family. Other than the women. And then the children we'll deal with as necessary. Alright, so that's kind of where we stand right now, and I want to see if I can get the Deorsi to come out and attack me here, so then I can move in Legio 3 and take on Theater. We have some upgrades I forgot about. Alright. Oh, that's right. Okay, he is upgraded. So, Gravitas and Influence. Yeah, we're going to go with that one right there. Go ahead and upgrade that, and I want to get Military Logistician. Did that give me enough to adopt her now? No, still no. It needs 2 more authority than zeal. So my zeal is 6, 7. Then I'll have some coming from another item I'm bringing in. Oh, who was that? Oh, my spy. Okay, I'll take that next turn. All right, so we have lost 40 senators because apparently we're not doing enough. That really sucks. That takes us down to barely known in the Senate. And I'm going to try to get some of that right there back. It's going to take away 2 loyalty, but everyone is really loyal to us. So I'm going to do this a couple of times. I want to at least get us back up to balanced, and I want to get back up to respected. So that right there helped a little bit. That's a really unfortunate one to get.
ready for orders.
It's contested. We'll go ahead and raid, give some more cash. So I am using, so part of that Profundis mod is actually using cultural tension. So culture is going to be something that we have to kind of pay attention to, especially with a lot of our later buildings. We take a look like over at Roma. This right here, of course, gives us 18, but then like when we build the Colosseum, we'll actually get Daco-Thracian, Celtic, Germanic, Iberian, and Illyrian cultural influence. The Circus Maximus gives us Celtic, Germanic, and Illyrian. The Forum Venarium also will give +10 Persian, Hellenic, and Judaic. So there's a lot more. It's not just Latin culture on everything. There's other cultures that have effects and stuff. And so you have to start managing all of that. It gets kind of interesting to play with. Alright, so a rival banquet happened. We did get +5 senators for Jens Julia and +10 loyalty for 4 turns. Cool.
Alright, Terrace has built the public forum. We are going to build a library there to start with some more research rates. And our veteran over here has leveled up. Start going down kind of like exactly what we were doing earlier. Just like that. Some year in history, 221. Quite a few things happened, so you can pause and read as you want. Oh. Alright. Now, these guys are not wanting to come out and play. I think what I'm going to do is pull him right here.
Is that all?
And go into an ambush stance. Maybe that will entice him to move out of Eder. Because I really want him to come out of there.
At your command.
This army down here is just going to kind of stay as is. Like I said, it's mostly just a holding force just to help kind of dissuade Carthage. Alright, didn't find anything.
They will never know I was there.
Wounded. That agent right there has been wounded so many times. It's ridiculous. Now, there is a little sacred company. Now, they're going to run away, but I'm going to go chase them down and take them out because, you know, you shouldn't have your transports hanging out like that. So, you know what? Let's have a little fun here. Let's go ahead and let's jump this battle. Alright, I am not going to do this as a replay like I normally would, just because these take literally like a minute or two. And I always get asked about, you know, naval battles in Rome 2 and how I do them, so I figured this would be a fun way to kind of show off real quick. So this is a small transport fleet, but you know, it kind of the rules are basically the same even with a large transport fleet. Let me pause. Okay, double speed now since I'm moving on pretty good.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yeah, no, we're gonna continue because I sink that last ship. There we go. Cool. That's it. That's all I gotta do. It's so easy. DEI makes sinking transport fleets with a regular naval fleet really, really easy. That's all you got to do is just ram them over and over. It's honestly just kind of broken how simple it is to take out like I play with 41 unit armies, but only 20 unit navies, and I can take out. I've actually taken out fleets of like 60 to 70 units. So a 41 stack plus like a reinforcing army. I've taken all of that out with a 20 stack and not lost any troops at all. It's that easy. It really is just that simple. Okay. I need to do something a little bit better. So, all the edicts have been overhauled too with this. Bread and games is no longer like super easy to do. You get 4 squalor plus 5.5% empire maintenance minus 10 food. You do get more wealth and generated by agriculture and regular culture, but you only get 2 growth and 8 public order. It's really bad. Now my import food edict over here is giving me 8 food and 5 growth. It's actually not bad, but yeah, the import food edict here is only giving me 4 and 1. But you know, it's actually better than the food and games because the food and bread and games, because that's taking away 10 food. Whereas this is giving me 4, that would take 10. This would stabilize my public order. Cultural differences, characters, events, taxes, slaves, rest. cultural differences is kind of the hard part until it becomes more dominant. I mean, I'm tempted to do it. Actually, I'm tempted to do this. Romanization plus 60 conversion to Latin culture. That's actually not a bad one. I think I'm using that over here, yeah. Okay, so high gravitas. Your ruler has proven his capacity as a leader. His high gravitas now allows him to further establish his control over the realm. So we could do political maneuvering. We'll secure loyalty from other parties. Civil reforms, or diplomatic focus, or do not act yet. This is not the time for bold political reforms. Takes 78 gravitas. I don't know how much gravitas I have. I don't need the loyalty. Let's do civil reforms. Oh yeah. Massalia declared war on me. So what did that do? Yeah, that did take him down quite a bit, but that's okay. We'll gain all of that back. So we're up to 8 now. I can do a favor for her. Yeah, okay, so leisure time. Leisure time. Good deal. Alright, so they did move out from down there. What I think I'm going to do is pull... Oh, I can't. I'm not close enough. Alright, hold on. We'll try that here in just a second. Let's double check everything else going on. Peace negotiated. Satrapy established between the Ptolemies and Nasamones.
Ready for battle.
Ah, you have upgraded here. So we are going down city governor and probably adept tradesman. I'm not going to need the public order here. Agriculturalist, okay. It's 9 wealth plus 1 zeal, or I could go down authority. Yeah, go down authority right there. That kind of starts cleaning up some of that banditry still. Oh. Plus 8 percent wealth, plus 8% tax rate. Ooh. What do you have? You have plus 40 influence per turn for a ruling political party. So since my faction rules Latium, so that's plus 40 influence for my faction. So yeah, we'll keep that, and that's plus 2 public order, and then minus 8. Okay, so yeah, that's all fine right there.
Ready for battle.
What do you have? You have the plus 4 and some minus banditry to try to help with that problem. Okay.
I do enjoy a little sabotage.
Failed to do anything. I really can't wait for them to level up so they stop failing all the time, because it's so annoying. Alright, you need to be redeployed. I don't know why they randomly stopped deploying. But let's get him redeployed. Okay. These guys have pulled out. I'm gonna pull down right there and maybe...
Is there nothing else?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's just them and these guys. Oh, it's just the garrison fleet and this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Yes. Set up a blockade.
Alright, so we took out that fleet right there, and I am ready to go over here and pop Theater. And again, this is like not worth fighting. Balance stance that. Ah, cavalry takes so much damage in auto resolve. It's honestly insane how much damage they take.
Reporting.
Alright, and the Deorsi are
We
Gone.
To your duties,
Cool.
men.
So, let's see. I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of... Get rid of that? Probably. Yeah, we'll get rid of... you know what? We'll go ahead. No, I'm going to get rid of it. I can't make up my mind. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. No, we'll get rid of it. And then as for you, we will go... Fishing. Fishing. No, we're going to go trading port on this. Because the Adriaticum, you know, it's got a couple of harbors up here already. Minus 12% from piracy. That's going to be fine. But yeah, we'll go trading. Oh, well, that's a level 3 trading port. Not really what I wanted to do already, but I guess it's going to be okay. Yeah, we'll go trading port on it. Okay. Trading port on that one, and then Romanization. Start converting this place over to our culture. Anybody have any level ups? You know. Cool.
My skills
Spy did rank up, even though she failed, so that's good. We'll grab plus 10% chance of critical. Silent Blade and Master of Whispers. We've acquired the marble, and we do have another faction that we need to try and get on side with.
Greetings, friend. We will speak together of whatever you wish.
Okay, I'm going to
but
try to
in
offer
words
them a
that
little
can
bit of
warm
money,
our heart.
make them
This
a little
is
happier with me.
Greetings, friend. Greetings, friend.
We don't want a non-aggression pact, but we at least have a trade agreement with them. I want to try to get these people up here to be pretty chill with me.
Fleet reporting.
And then Classis 2 is going to leave. We're going to pull him out from up here. We're going to bring him down to our main theater of war
Fleet reporting.
down here in the Mediterranean.
As we go. Yes.
Random enemy fleet right there. I guess I will fight that one, and then coming in the next episode, we will be moving on to start our second Punic War, even though technically we're already at war. But we're going to start our conquest of Hispania and most of the Mediterranean coastline in the north, and taking out Carthage's influence, because they have conquered several settlements up there, and we need to go liberate them to our control. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.